Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you today on this Wednesday about your why. And this is really, 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 really important because when you're doing something that's difficult that you have to do day in and day out, really for the rest of your life in order to stay fit, um, it gets monotonous. You want to give up. You want to stay in bed sometimes. You get derailed by the holidays, by vacation, by sickness, by injury, by whatever. And it's so much easier not to do it. It's so much easier not to get up and work out. It's so much easier to cave in and eat the French fries and get the burger instead of the salad, or have those few bites of dessert that end up being an entire order of dessert or entire piece of pie or whatever. That's so much easier. But then you never ever feel good. You never have energy. Your stomach always hurts. At least for me, that's why it always hurts. Or when it always hurts. And to me, like, okay, so I have this podcast to share with you. I'm going to post it, but I was listening to it the other day and it was talking about like the habits of ultra fit people. And she was saying it's not about having a six pack. It's not about having like the lowest body fat percentage. It's about being consistent. It's about being fit your whole life or for years and years and years, not like getting really, really ripped and then letting it go. It's just about a lifestyle. It's about not dieting. It's about having a diet. Your diet is what you eat every day. It's um it's just about exercising regularly, whether it be 3 times a week, every week for years and years, or 5 times or 6 times, whatever it is. Even if it's 20 minutes a day, at least it's something and it's consistent and that's something that you always do. And yeah, like I said, we all get derailed, but when that's your mentality and that's your lifestyle, it's easier to just get back up and do it again. Um, but she was also talking about how she never crashed diets before filming or TV appearances or whatever, and people think she was crazy for that. And she's like, "Well, I feel like it's fake and it's not real." And it took me back to this time when I feel like listening to this is when I felt the most fit in my life. I was running all the time. It was after my first baby, and I think it was the first time I'd ever revved up my metabolism that high, and so I was just really thin. I wasn't like super toned and ripped, like not like this crazy six pack or anything, but I was thin, but I was eating really healthy, but I wasn't counting calories. I wasn't leaving anything out of my diet really. Um, I remember going out often and indulging and enjoying stuff, but not overdoing it. And then maybe, running a little more the next day or whatever. But I remember going out to dinner one night with a girlfriend that came, actually no, it was my sister-in-law that came into town, and putting a dress on and being so overwhelmed by the fact that it fit and I didn't have to diet for it. I didn't have to do this 3-day crash diet, which I'd done for so many occasions. And it was like this eye-opening, like, oh my gosh, this is the lifestyle that I want. I'm like a fit person, not this person that just did really well on this crash diet. And that was like kind of this turning point for me. And I mean, I've had 2 babies since then, and so obviously I'm still in that struggle. But through it all, I've managed to go back to my healthy eating and go back to my daily workouts. And so I feel like that makes me a fit person overall. Like I feel like I lead a fit lifestyle. That's very important to me. And I've never gotten too far away from it. And don't get me wrong, like I said, we all have things that derail us. And I love chocolate and I love to stress eat at night, especially now that I'm home with my kids and I'm not working anymore at night. And I love drinking wine and I love cheese and it doesn't love me. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. But long story short, it's a lifestyle. It's not a destination. Don't that's why gimmicks don't work and diets don't work and this plan and that plan. Find something that you can stick with for a really long time and do it for the greater good. Like for me, I want my family to be healthy. Like my mom had breast cancer, my grandmother had breast cancer. Um, that scares the shit out of me. And because of that, like I'm really careful about the hormones and the like what's organic that goes into my children's bodies and my body from 5-10 years ago. Um, and I feel like if I'm going to go down like with a heart attack, I'm going to be the person that everyone's like, oh my gosh, she was so healthy and so fit. Like if that's what I want to be. I want to be the person that's finishing a half marathon that has a heart attack, not the person that's like, oh, well, yeah, she had diabetes. She was on all this medication. Kind of makes sense. Like if I'm going to go down that way, I want it to be this big surprise because I did everything I could to prevent it. Um, but I mean, honestly, I'll take living a long, healthy life. But you understand what I'm saying. I just, I'd rather put the time and effort into feeling good now and having energy for my children and being healthy and providing that good example and creating like a healthy legacy for them and not having to spend as much time in a hospital medicating myself, relying on other people to take care of me when I'm older. Um, because I'm building these habits right now and creating this lifestyle. So that's my why. Um, we want to hear about your why. Uh, yeah. And like I said, I'll post that podcast. It was absolutely amazing. It's pretty short. I think it's like 20-25 minutes. Um, so put it in your ears when you're driving or whatever you're doing. I listen to podcasts when I'm blow drying my hair or putting my makeup on if it happens. But anyways, just find yourself to a fit lifestyle no matter what that means to you. And best of luck.